As expected, global available petrochemical capacity was down last week. The Petrochemical Weekly update starts now. Back in 1859, French chemist Charles Adolphe Wurtz reported producing ethylene oxide by treating 2-chloroethanol with potassium hydroxide. Today, ethylene oxide is produced in an oxidation reaction beginning with ethylene, which is part of the reason why I'm talking about it today. Ethylene oxide is used in the production of many products, including detergents, solvents, plastics, and even engine coolants. In addition, it is a powerful surface disinfectant used in the medical industry as an alternative to heat sterilization. However, ethylene oxide is very hazardous. It is flammable, carcinogenic, mutagenic, irritating, and an anesthetic gas at room temperature. So why am I talking about this? Well, it's because the EPA announced at the end of January that it had formally restricted the state of Texas's less protective standards for air pollutants and will stick to its own scientific conclusions. The EPA's decision clears the way for significant emission reductions nationwide. This decision puts the EPA at odds with the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality, or TCEQ, who launched their own assessment of the hazards of ethylene oxide. You might be wondering, what impact will the EPA announcement have on ethylene oxide producers and consequently ethylene producers in the state of Texas? If you are, then the Petchem Global Market Intel Advisory, delivered by the Petrochemical Strategies Expert Network and supported by IIR Energy and powered by i2 Enabled, can help. If you have questions and want answers, ask me. You can reach out to me directly through my website, petrochemicalstrategies.com, or to the IIR Energy team by email at iirteam@iirenergy.com. Both addresses are shown on your screen. Let's look now at the global capacity developments in petrochemicals over the past week and what we can expect for the coming week. I'm using the Petchem Global Market Intel Startup Day dashboard, which combines site capacities and offline events with optimized feed slates to look at available capacities in millions of pounds of cracker products per day. As I forecasted last week, we saw big reductions in available capacity in Asia, which you can see here, as well as a reduction in available capacity of 21.6 million pounds per day in North America, with outages at Dow in Freeport, Texas, and ExxonMobil in Baytown. By the end of this week, the restart at the Al Jubail refinery in Saudi Arabia adds to increased available capacity in Asia, which is partly offset by reductions at 3 other regional complexes. In addition, we see reduced available capacity at TotalEnergies Faizin refinery, Eastman in Longview, Texas, and at the Angarsk refinery in Russia. Let's look at the headlines. Bayport Polymers continues construction on a new 1.38 billion pound per year high-density polyethylene and linear low-density polyethylene unit in Pasadena, Texas. Construction is estimated to continue into the summer with operational startup in September. Qatar, which is a major producer and exporter of petrochemicals and fertilizers, boasts massive reserves of natural gas and is home to many large complexes that produce ethylene, propylene, and their derivatives, as well as ammonia and urea. Though a little behind its neighboring countries in capital investments, Qatar invests every year in the maintenance of its existing facilities to meet export demand. And finally, in the news, Shell said in an annual report on liquefied natural gas that more investments in the sector are needed to meet expected demand, though it crafted the narrative not as a fossil fuel investment, but one for the energy transition. Thank you for watching the Petrochemical Weekly Update. If you have any questions about anything you saw here today, ask me. My name is Robert Sawchuk, and I will see you next time.